Hey guys, this is Steve back with you with Stuff Steve Likes, and I just wanted to talk a little bit about a little strop that I made. You may ask yourself, what is a strop? And a strop is basically a piece of leather that has a compound on it that allows you to really get your knives polished, your knives and axes and whatever else you have polished on the edge, and they make it a very efficient way to keep a knife sharp without having to constantly sharpen it. I've even used a strop on a lawnmower blade. I use it on all my axes, all my knives, kitchen knives, pocket knives, everything, and it just really helps keep a mirror edge on the blades. And what I've done essentially is taken a piece of cedar, and it was just a cedar plank that I had, and I kind of made a little handle on it. You can see right here, kind of a little paddle, and then this piece is straight, and I made it with my Swedish carving axe that's right here. I actually made it with this guy, and basically you can see how the handle right here actually kind of curves down, and I'll show you why I do that. There's a couple of reasons, and see how it's very straight here, but as it comes up the handle gets thinner and then it actually curves this way. And so what I'm doing there is I'm basically trying to keep my hands clear of any blades. See, if I put it on the counter, it kind of tilts one way. Let me move around like this. It kind of tilts this way. But that's not actually how I want to strop. I want to strop with the handle off the counter like this, and see how my hand is actually pretty low here. So let's say I'm stropping my pocket knife here, and you typically sharpen this way into the stone. When you strop, you do it the opposite way. So I'm laying the knife blade flat, and then I'm just kind of finding that edge, and I'm really just polishing the edge. And you just go very lightly and very softly, and you just go back and forth. And some people say you have to do it a certain amount of times. I just say, don't count strokes, just get it to where the knife is back to its original shape. Because what happens with a knife edge over time, and I'll do it this way here, knife edge, basically your edge rolls, and what that means is it gets a burr on it where it kind of lays to one side or to the other. So when that happens, the edge breaks down and it gets dull. What the stropping does is it kind of makes it stand up straight again. So you're stropping it back and forth, and it's very gentle on the steel, so you're not taking out a lot of steel as you do it. You're just polishing it and getting that burr off of the edge. Okay, so I'll go back and forth a few times, and then I'll just do a little sharpness test here to make sure. Yep, and it's shaving sharp. So, and this is one that I've been using today on leather. So, so I have been using this today, and just by stropping it, I got the edge back. So that's nice. There's another way that you can do it, and I'll see if I can move this camera over just a little bit more. I hope I don't get in the way of this, but especially with axes, I like to do a push, what I call a push strop, and that's where this handle comes in really handy, because what I do is I kind of lay it off of the counter a little bit here, and then with this handle, again, you can see how my hand's not going to come in contact with any of the blade here. I just push like this. And you can see how there's no way that my hand's going to get cut or anything, because the strop is nice and long, but it's also, I'm going away from the blade, and also this handle is keeping my hand far away from it. And then I just flip it over like this, and that leather just really polishes that edge. It just really polishes it nicely and gets you back to that super fine edge. And I don't know if you can actually see it, but see how it's really mirrored there? I'll see if I can catch the light a little bit, but it has that really mirrored look to it, and that's what you want. when an edge is real jagged, microscopically, it breaks down quicker. When it's very fine and even, it tends to hold much better. So, so that's what you're looking for. You're looking for that really polished edge. And we'll do an edge test on this here. And this is, don't try this at home, but look at that. Just like that. It just gets the perfect razor edge on your blades, whether it be a knife, axe, lawnmower blade, you know, anything you have with an edge on it. It works really well. And all you need is a couple pieces of leather or a wide piece of leather. This is just an old belt that I had, and I put some Gorilla Glue on the back side and glued it down, and that's all you need. I just wanted a really wide one, especially for large edges like this. And so just a couple old belts, or it's one belt but two pieces, and that's all it took. And then a plank of wood. And if you see on the edges, I left a little bit on the edge here too, and that was on purpose, so that if it catches, like say if a blade slips and catches, it doesn't go into the counter or go into your leg or anywhere you have a little bit. Say you're stropping and it slips a little bit. If there's no edge there, it's gonna hit the counter or hit whatever you're on, which is not what you want. So I've got a little overhang here on the edge with the wood. And man, I'm just really happy with how this turned out. So that's my little strop that I made, and I hope that this video encourages you to strop your blades, because every time you sharpen a knife, you're taking steel away. What the strop does is use the minimal amount of abrasion to get your edge back. So definitely highly recommended. And if you have any questions, you can shoot a comment down below, or if you've made a strop, you know, let me know, and I'd be thrilled to take a look at it. So that's it. Take one last look. The strop. Very, very cool. All right, you guys have a good day. Thanks.